Welcome to the composer walkthrough of A Plague Tale Requiem. I'm the composer, Olivier Deriviere, and let's go through chapter 5 with Arno. Arno is a new character in the franchise, and he's a knight, and he's on the run. He was in the first game, supposedly he was at war, in Guyenne, but something went wrong. He lost, brothers, and so in this very level, it's about him. We'll talk about his characterization in the music a little bit later. Here we have Joseph.
I heard the same thing happened in Guyenne.
So the music, once again starts and as a reminder of what happened. What's interesting in this cutscene is that we start understanding the, let's say, the relationship synergy, I don't know how to say it, between Amicia, Hugo, of course, but mostly the mom. And basically, the mom and Amicia are growing apart.
No, but it shouldn't be long.
So Hugo had a little dream, so this is why we had some voices. And now when he's like upset and more upset and more upset, Amicia will try to calm him down, and you can hear the theme of the rune a little bit twisted. Listen.
I can't do it.
Hugo, you are having a seizure.
Don't want to go to Marseille. More people will die. You know it.
Mother wants you to.
No! The island. It's where I must go.
So it's gonna grow with the voices, the call of the macula.
Please. Nobody listens. I told Mother I felt unwell, but the Magister shushed me. He said it was part of the test. Mother and the Magister, they think they know, but they don't. And people die. Because of me.
Hey, I know.
Theme.
I will do what's good for you. I will.
You see, a little twisted. We wanted to characterize the
Lucas,
growing,
see the captain with Hugo?
let's say, in the wrong direction between the mom and the kids.
He will show you how to pilot the boat.
You see Amicia?
I'll ask him if he can teach us sailors knots.
And so when the mom is talking to Amicia, the music goes a little bit more like driven with something, in Amicia against the mom almost.
We need to get him to safety, Amicia.
You want to lock him away again. It's not the same thing.
You've seen what happens. The Order has people and equipment. They know how to handle this.
This happened because of what you and this Vonda did to Hugo.
So this music,
Mother,
with the bells that are like the alchemist,
torture will kill him. He's a child. He's a victim
is
of all this too.
anticipating. I love this dialogue.
We are not enemies, Amicia. I know you love Hugo dearly, and I know you two share a bond
We're
that
not
I cannot
enemies,
truly
Amicia, that's
understand.
amazing.
But you need to open your eyes.
It seems simple, but...
What happened back there will happen again.
So we have this sort of... going on. And it's like in the brain of Amicia. She's growing apart from her mom. So once this cutscene stops... So it's, for once it's just a cutscene, the music. And then in the gameplay there is no more music. We're gonna move on to when the music is coming back. Here we are. So we don't have music, once again.
Here.
Sometimes the best music is no music. And when you see the boat, the same music that you had when Amicia was growing apart from her mom is coming back here because, she's not feeling good without Hugo.
Goodness. It's even worse from above.
That smell is terrible. What's that?
The macula, so the call means the rats are coming. You know the drill now.
It's them.
They're already here.
So everything is about the fact that Amicia is away from Hugo again. She doesn't like it. It's really impressive.
We're safe, I think.
That was really close.
Come on, run! Yes! Don't worry! She's
So I'm gonna move on to the next bit of the music.
Fine.
So here it's very important because Amicia is gonna lose. And now you're gonna hear the theme of Amicia, the rune.
What is this?
Hurry! It won't last long!
Back! Get back! They don't like it! What was that?
Pyrite! A mineral! I just grabbed some.
So it's the previous music with a more emotional beat here. A little bit heroic, but also, you know, once again, it's a sort of like third view of what's going on, and it's beautiful what they're doing, the kids all together. There's a sense of beauty.
Oh, it seems to go all the way around. Hang on, Lucas!
Take your time! As long as they don't climb up here.
And once this theme will be over, the music will switch to something more sparse to avoid players to feel overwhelmed. What? Yeah, overwhelmed by the you know, the sort of music. You don't want to hold this too long, else it starts to annoy you, I think. So here we go.
See anything that can get me to you?
This'll do
So
nicely.
now the music switches.
Yes! Nice throw!
So now it's more for the puzzle.
Right.
Like you can think over. The music is not too much, but it's keeping the mood.
You can make it. Just keep running.
Yes! I just rat. And a rat. Yes! So what am I waiting for? Go! Go!
Chance to see if you're right.
Okay, so I'm done with the puzzle, and now it's something that I guess few people really realized, but Amicia is gonna go through some real trauma here.
I was scared.
You know me. Come on. I always make
Once
it
again,
back.
music stops.
I told
Very
him as
important.
much. Still, it's good to see you both safe.
We'll find a way.
Once again, it's
So,
something very subtle, but
There's a whole.
for those who played the first game, you remember what Amicia is going. Remember that at the end of the first game, Amicia is going through a bad dream, and she needs to go through a tunnel, and a lot of dead bodies are trying to grab her. And when you're falling into this pit, and there is a lot of bodies as well, and she's around them, and she's like apologizing, sort of. I felt it was a sort of mirror of what happened, although here, you know, it's for real, it's not a bad dream. So the cellos are doing the melody of Beyond the Horizon from the previous game, and of course it's linked to the end of the game as well.
I'm going in.
be careful.
It's gonna start soon.
Oh Lord. Oh,
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
There's dead people everywhere.
Here.
Get out.
No. It's going to be all right. Forgive me.
So that's up there and Beyond the Horizon. You know, the organ or the choir.
No. Oh, please, no. No, I'm sorry. I have to do it. Please, forgive me. I must do this.
I don't know, it felt necessary for me to do this. So we're a little bit off from the action because we're in her head.
Yes.
All right. Ready?
I need air.
Take your time. Tell me what
You can stop
And the music
now.
keeps on going, you know.
Sorry, Amicia. I'm scared.
Don't be. It's not your fault.
You'll be all right in Marseille, Hugo.
I don't want to go
I
to
keep it and
Yalta.
keep it and keep it.
Magister
You know, we
Vaudin
wanted to have
is
this sort
not
of
a nice man,
little
I know.
moment.
But
It's
this
a
will
little
be
bit
different.
off,
His island, mother.
but I think it's a great connection with her mind you know, and the way she's been through
Right.
hell,
One way or another, that chain
and
has
whatever
to go.
she's doing, you know, right now, it's for her brother going through hell again. So we're gonna move on to the next bit of music.
Stay safe.
Yes,
So now the music was, you know, no music
care
once
about
again.
being safe. This
And
is all
now
about Hugo, Mother.
Amicia
I know
is
you don't trust me, but just listen to him. Calm down. Focus.
Do you remember? Remember that at the very beginning of the game and throughout all the levels we went through together, there was this descending chromatic, you know, line. And it's there, you know, she's more and more mad at her mother. You know, something is wrong. And so it's going to stay through the... It's very subtle, it's in the back. Yeah, it's doesn't feel so good, right?
How do I cross that thing? Yet another mess. Calm down.
It's once again to convey her
And you know why.
loss, you know, of like
Figure it out.
reality, loss
Stay
of
focused.
connection with her mom. Yeah. So we're gonna move on to the next bit. So this is one of the best sequence in the game for me because it's the introduction of Arno. So Arno, we used an instrument for him called the bagpipe, but you know the first thing you think about when it's bagpipes, it's Scottish bagpipes, and even myself, you know, I was like, what instrument could be there? And it never came across to me that a bagpipe could make it, but by accident, I went online and I found Gabriel Desbiol, who is a maker of bagpipes and also a performer. And he was from south of France, and he was mentioning medieval bagpipes from south of France. And I was like, wait a minute, it exists? So it was like a sort of a very big surprise for me. I didn't know it existed. And this is what I like in this job. I usually don't know what I'm doing. And the thing is, I started to discover the history of this instrument and the way it's played and the modes it's played. So it's completely different from the Scottish. You know, it's way more, let's say, southern in the sense like from North Africa, you know, Spain, and the mode are very different. And I fell in love with this. And when I discussed it with David, Aurélien, and Kevin, the first reaction was, of course, like, what, a bagpipe? And everybody was very curious. I was curious as well. And so this da-da-dang, da-da-dum, da-da-dang, that's the theme of Arno, the foe, like the enemy. And this is what you heard on the second chapter during the arena. In the far back, you had like some bagpipes. That was this, but one octave below. I pitched down. It's not the original bagpipe. I love to do some, let's say, post-processing on instruments. And this is what I did on the first bagpipe. But now it's the actual register of the bagpipe.
They're Arno's men.
Arno's men, bagpipe.
Just aim and shoot. Use the crank handle to reload.
All right.
My God, what am I doing?
How do you like that? Lucas, are you all right?
Okay, so now the music is just like a sort of a loop waiting for you as a system.
Amicia, clear a path for him. How? Place an ignifer on the tip of your bolt.
So you need to think about all of this when you're composing the music. Like, okay, what's going to happen in the game? How can I manage this? Oops. No, it's not here, Amicia. It's... Nope.
I can almost see a way through.
You can come.
Yes.
Okay, so the music is waiting for you. You can hear it. And when the cutscene will start here,
Are you all right?
and you see Arno, we move on with the music.
But thank you for not missing. They were from the same group as in the arena, Amicia.
Exactly.
What happened in the arena? And who is this Arno?
He's a big problem you have now. We must leave.
So here's the famous girl with the sling.
New segment.
You're pretty versatile when it comes to killing my
Super
men.
smooth.
Let's go now.
And now we have the gameplay.
Yeah. Try that.
And now it's more action-based.
What did you do to them?
I just defended myself.
So in the music you have like the sort of 3-time, you know, one, okay? So everything is by 3 except one little percussion that goes by 2. And it makes a little bit an off feeling, like this. It's sort of, I don't know, African, or I don't know how to say this. Maybe I'm biased because I've been working with you know, African musicians on some games. But the thing is, it gives a sense of like all over the place, you know, like overwhelming situation. So now the bagpipe, I asked Gabriel to do some improvisation. So it's almost Arabic. I don't know. What do you think?
Enough, mother! Here we go. How do you like that?
This is madness.
And now the wrath.
I never asked for this. Not like this on a pig in my bust.
So we have the color of Arno, we have the theme of Amicia now, like the wrath. She's going crazy again.
The bridge is grounded.
They're an army.
All that you can
Bloody
tell.
hell, all of you! That's for me and my brother! And all the others!
All right. That was all impressive, but you should calm down a bit. We're out of the gorge. Current's getting stronger.
Now, there will be a switch to the music here.
Doing good, lady. That crossbow was made for you.
No! What's going on? Just is dead! Get back inside! Protect Hugo!
And go back. Even more intense. So that's the theme again. Arno's theme. The foe.
Come inside!
And now that Amicia is gonna get finally the crossbow, it's even more intense, you know, and she's getting into this rage.
Go back inside unless you want to fight!
Charlotte, the actress, I mean, she did an amazing job.
Get to cover quick!
What?
Stay back! I'll kill the lot of you!
We'll get the rest later.
You think you have every right, huh?
So the theme was like, you know, I didn't want the music to be too overwhelming at some point, you know. If you keep this sort of music intensity as players are moving on, it could become a little bit too much. So now it's just like a sort of a background. Oh, I don't have any arrow. So here we go. See, so the music is just like a background.
See what happens.
Oh.
Can't slow down. Take care of him. I'll kill all of
No.
them. I'll finish what I started.
She's very mad. You see, and the music is like about this. No, she's losing it.
That's all of them. Now, yes, free the boat.
And now we're gonna get to the next bit, which is like the real Arno, like you're gonna face him. So once again, it's a lot of little segments. So the music keeps on going here. It will stop when Arno will punch you, switch to a new segment. You know, it's like a movie. Like here.
Not that easy.
It's very sudden.
What will you do now?
No!
So new music, new segment.
I'm here. Now show me how you fight as fully.
But we keep the pacing, you know, it's like, oh my god. And now the melody is done with the cellos. And we're gonna start a little system with Arno.
It's only fair, no?
Don't panic.
Having Arno on our tail, and then he's gonna pop up here. So music switch. Oh my god. Woo! Oh boy, he was really after me. I've never seen this because I knew the game. Oh my god. Okay, music switch.
It's just like
This is very, you know, straightforward. And now it's the system with Arno music.
Breathe.
So if you get closer to an enemy, you will have the drum bass. If they see you, it's dressed with Arno.
bring her out.
They changed so many times here the gameplay.
Bastard.
Let's make this quick, Belle. Come out. I won't hurt you. Promise.
Need to get to that boat before him. Move damn quick. Don't let him
Okay,
do something now.
so if they're going closer to me, you should hear the drums. Yeah, exactly. You see? Oh my god. So the drums system. Oh boy.
Over here.
Oh no! What did I do? Ah! No, run, run!
Oh, that all you got?
What should I do? What did I do? No! Okay, and you see the music is like. You see, they don't see me, so the music goes down.
Got you enough.
And there you go, he sees me. Woo! Throws. Okay, so you need to run. And here, you know, the final cutscene was very important.
I'm too far away.
Here we go. Oh boy.
Faster.
There we go. So, little transition.
Stop right there.
So the theme of Arno.
Oh, so we're done playing.
I'll give you a game.
Boom. So the idea was to show that Amicia, although she's very strong, she's not as strong as she thinks she is. And you always need to be careful.
Last lesson. If you want to be reckless, be better than that.
Hugo!
So Hugo now is calling for the rats.
Look at that. Reinforcements.
Yes. And now, in the narration, it's very important because Amicia and Hugo, they're gonna be again all together alone as a decision, and the looks and everything and the music is there to express this.
You won't die,
The theme
will you?
is the synth, a little bit detuned.
Come back! We did it first time! What are you doing?
If anybody is interested into what synth I've been using, just tell me in the comment section and I will show you.
What are you doing? What?
That's the release. And we're gonna have like the theme of the second part of the theme of A Plague Tale. Not the first part, but the second, because it's Plague Tale Requiem, it's the sequel. And
How about we go out to sea? Just the two of us. Let's go find your island.
so that's it for this level. One thing I should tell you about this theme. I mean, right here, the notes are. Oh, come on. Can you stop, please? Okay. Right here. I didn't do it on purpose, okay? But for those people who know classical music, I remember I was with Eric, and Eric played it, and he looked at me, and he said, "Oh, one note and you're in the Fauré Requiem. You know, the Fauré, Gabriel Fauré, the classical French composer. Requiem aeternam. But this version is exactly this. But me, I'm like, tanto, tanto. You know, that's my version. Tanto, tanto. But the Requiem from Fauré, tanto, tanto. So here it is. I don't know